Hey, how's it going, everybody out there? Thank you for joining us. Well, it depends on where you are in the world, but in my part of the world, it is 8 a.m. Thank you for joining us early this morning for none other than TJarvis versus Fintech. Those of you that can see the scoreboard can see there's a 3 and a 1. That's new. That's unusual. That's different for the Vega Battlegrounds Championship. Well, we have incorporated the statistics that are being kept by channel member, the stat man himself, Adam. And that is right. This is a quarterfinal matchup in the 3-star tournament, but we have got the number 1 ranked player in all of the Vega Battlegrounds Championships, Fintech. Surprise of no one. We've had 3 tournaments. He's won 1. He's virtually undefeated. His only losses to Legacy in the finals of the first tournament. He is the number 1 rated player in all of these tournaments, and the man deserves it. Going up against the number 3 rated player in all of the tournaments together, combined, TJarvis. You can see they're getting started here. As you know, if you've watched these streams before, it's going to take us a minute to get the aspect ratios, all that. Do not worry. We will miss none of the action. And I am joined today by none other than my co-host, pretty good Battlegrounds player himself, if I do say so myself, and none other than Nerd. I believe he had to step away for a second, but he will jump right in as soon as he is ready. I see everyone in the chat. Thank you so much for being there. Zach Richards, I see the donations. Thank you. I will get that up there, but I really want to make sure I get these aspect ratios going. We've got a heck of a matchup. The quarterfinals, 1 versus 3 in the whole thing. Come on now. This is amazing. This is great. It's a great way to start my day. I've been up since 6:30 because I was so excited about this match. So let me start adjusting this stuff.
I'm back.
How you doing, bud?
Doing great.
Love it. Dude, I honestly woke up. I set my alarm to get up, make sure I was up and awake for this. And I woke up naturally at like 6. Actually, I was up at like 6:15 because I was so excited to do this match.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a good one. These are 2 of the best Battlegrounds players I've ever seen, and also just amazing players in general. I played with and allies with both these guys, and they're just fantastic, great guys. So yeah, this will be an exciting one.
Absolutely. I know you had to step away for a second, but I actually was trying more and more to incorporate all these great stats that Adam gives us. And this is the number 1 versus number 3 in the overall standings in all 3 tournaments combined. Number 1 rated player versus number 3 in the quarterfinals. This is a good one.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, so what are we seeing here? Now, everyone remember, I'm sure most of you used it, it's hard to miss it with that Deadpool there. This is a 3-star tournament. This was requested. This is something we talked about we're going to do. I thought it would be cool because I thought it was just going to be kind of like, not anti-whale, but the advantages that whales often have would be minimized significantly. But there's been other really cool things about this. Like, there you see, Jessica Jones, future Ant-Man. I did miss the bands, but we've been seeing none other than like Viv Vision, Kate Bishop, and also everyone is maxed out. Now, the signature abilities are a little bit different, but I think the players are used to that now. I'm very excited to see this and show this to everybody. And remember, and that's what I mean by everyone's maxed out, is we're not seeing like a rank 4 versus a rank 5 or something like that. These are all maxed out champions. It's very, very cool.
Yeah, this is looking like a really interesting draft. It's hard to say what would necessarily have the advantage so far in this draft. Just since it's brand new meta, we haven't had much time to get with this meta yet, so this is gonna be a good showcase of this. See what's going on with it. I definitely like the spot versus Maul here. Gallon versus Killmonger can go well. Since most of his damage isn't actually off of like the hits, and he doesn't apply debuffs, he's a decent Killmonger counter. But I think the node with the Unstoppables are going to make it really hard to fight Killmonger, and I think that's actually a really good defensive pick, just since normally against Killmonger you want to be like hitting him at very specific times to control power and everything. So the Unstoppables are going to make that really tricky if we get bad AI here. And yeah, it looks like Ma is not playing along too well, but Finn is now at a decent position to end this fight with that L2, and unfortunately got to falter when he was in the perfect position, so that is I mean, what we're seeing with these unstoppables, that's what this meta is doing, making it so, these general nukes that are normally gonna just have very quick time, very little AI reliance are now gonna, it's gonna be tough fights.
You make
And
a
yeah.
you made a great point earlier there too. I mean, you make a lot of great points, but one of the ones I want to emphasize is that this meta has only been live for 3 days. And in those 3 days, we've also had 8.2. We did have the Bobble event yesterday. You don't know. I don't know how much these guys have played in the meta. Now, knowing these two, they've probably played a decent chunk, but it's still new. It's not like when we ended the last season, right? That ended with the round of 16. Everyone was very used to it. I think muscle memory was strong. They had enough time to totally get it down. So we might see a few more mistakes like that than we normally do.
Yeah. Especially when, this is a meta where I don't think the strategy is too complex, but in these metas where it's really just about gameplay and, a little bit of AI reliance, I think that comfort can go a long way. So you're going to see people, really getting used to the unstoppable node here. Yeah.
I want to take a second because I do think do you think this is a bit of a strategic throw here from Mr. Jarvis? Or do you think he's hoping to get a win here with he comes out strong. That's not a throw, is it? He knows what he's doing.
So the thing with Korg in this meta is the unstoppable can give you good intercept opportunities. So I think this meta actually makes Korg a bit of a weaker defender. So I think TJ is going for the win here.
Yeah. When he came out strong, it looked like he even went for the light intercept immediately. I was surprised by that.
Yeah. And Bishop versus Jessica, I'm not sure how this will go. I think Finn's just trying to get a big L2 crit. I think he needs that to kill.
Yeah.
Or at least get close. And yeah, didn't get any crits. Unfortunate there.
Because she's eventually going to go unstoppable. Campo put out that great video on how to fight her, so I'm a little more familiar. I think it's when she gets to her 6 investigations, you basically can't throw a special, or she'll just go unstoppable, and it's a bad time.
And in this meta especially, it's going to be really tough, because when she gets to that point, if she starts going unstoppable, she's going to get you cornered. And when you're cornered, you cannot control the unstoppable node, basically at all. So, yeah. And as you can see, it's already starting to be hard to control that unstoppable node.
Yeah.
And Jessica, one of the things that I think doesn't get mentioned enough with her, and this has come into play a big part on like war defense when it's like a longer fight, is her animations are really, really tough for spacing, because like her medium, her heavy, her special 1, her special 2, they just take up so much space on the map.
Yeah.
And for a meta like this, with the unstoppable being based on how far away from you are from Jessica, that's a big deal.
Yeah, I know that like in the comics, Daredevil and Jessica kind of hang out sometimes, and it's almost like Jessica saw Daredevil's animations on his specials and was like, "That's nothing. Wait till you see this." She's like, "I'm going to take up 3/4 of the map. You take up half. I can do better than that." And so there we go. I mean, for those who I know TJarvis has not had a channel as long as Finn, and is big, maybe is well known in the community for as long as Finn. This is not surprising to me to see this. This is how good Tom is. I know that a lot of you who've been watching my tournaments for a while are aware of how good he is. I think we're in for a best of 7. Just these guys are so evenly matched. Mm-hmm. I do want to take a second. I if we can, I'm not gonna be able to catch up on all the chat, but congratulations to the newlywed there, headed home today. I know it's always a little bittersweet. But congratulations, Ghost Dog. Thank you so much for checking in. Hopefully you're still here, but you might not be. And congratulations on what I'm sure was an absolutely wonderful week in your life, my friend. We got OG Highline, Right Guy, Joey, what's up, dude? Zach Richards, Eternity, Laser, Tobias, Mirel. I always did that with a little bit of a Spanish pronunciation, and then I wonder, that might not be the right way to go on this one. Hot Fuzz. What's up, dude? All right. Oh, and Misty K. What's up, buddy? All right, let's get back to the action. Did you, I enjoy talking. Did you notice any changes in the bans?
Finn has banned Stealthy now. I don't know what the exact bans were, but I know last time TJ drafted Stealthy, and now Stealthy's banned, so there's that. Interesting
that I want to try to pay attention to this next one. If Kate Bishop's in either their decks, Bitter Steel really was destroying champions with that. I wonder how much the last node set was playing into that, though.
Ooh, it's interesting to see that OG Thor from Fintech. Don't think I've seen him in BGs before.
What's the... There's nothing about this node that would accentuate him, right?
Kind of with the playstyle. You want to, like, parry a lot, and rather than doing, like, a lot of hits, so those close parry playstyles can sometimes be good for the spacing matchups. Kind of like why Omega is probably quite good for this meta.
Okay.
But not, like, specifically that would make him great, but...
And there we see the Kate Bishop draw. So she is in at least Fintech's deck. Watch this. I hope he gets a chance to use her. It's DLL said he wanted to make a good Battlegrounds champion. Oh boy. I think he did. MCoC Trevor, what's up, dude? Straight from the strongest man to this. Strongest man to strongest Battlegrounds player in the Battleground? I don't know. Maybe. Let's see. I at this stage, any of the competitors in the whole tournament could have won, I think, for sure. But we're now in the quarterfinals, and I think all these matchups are going to be crazy close.
Oh, and we're seeing that OG Thor now.
Oh, I want to see this.
Kingpin, I'm not a big fan of for Jessica, since he applies debuffs to himself, and Jessica, that counts for some of Jessica's investigations abilities. But yeah, I think this OG Thor versus Nick Fury is going to be really interesting. I'm not sure how it'll go in second phase, though, because OG Thor does need to stun, and he goes stun immune in second life, so that will be interesting to see how Finn handles that.
Does he need to stun, or does he just need to well-time block? I'm not sure I differentiated those properly, but I think you know what I mean.
I believe he needs to stun.
Yeah, you're right.
First place going very smoothly, though. I still think Finn will probably have the advantage, just because Kingpin versus Jessica is going to be very, very rough. Yeah.
Kingpin is an absolute monster, though. I was very tempted to rank 5 him yesterday. We'll still see how that fight ends up, because I think the longer it goes, the worse it's going to get up there. But I'm surprised it's gone as well as it has. And it looks like you made the right call.
Yeah. Starts getting rough later in the fight, because, yeah.
Actually, you know what? I had my eye on the upper fight. I actually thought Finn was finishing Nick's second life. This is going to be a little closer than I thought.
Yeah, it still looks close. I'm not that heavy eating is rough there. I still think Finn probably has the advantage here, but he's gonna need to end cleanly.
Yeah. TJ's obviously suffering a little.
Intercept will unblockable. Nice.
Yeah, that was nice. I don't think the time difference is going to be enough to make up for the health loss. We'll see how quickly Finn can finish this. That lack of stun is totally coming in exactly like you said.
Yeah.
Did Finn just do a full SB1 Dex off of Fury?
Yeah, pretty much full. He blocked, I think, 2 hits that whole L1. Which is crazy.
Unbelievable. And still comes up just short. That's gotta sting.
Ooh. Yeah, that's rough. Just that one heavy Eden there. That's the difference there.
That's gotta sting. Oats fan, what's up, buddy? Thank you so much for being here. Man, you called that perfectly on the Thor versus Fury. The first life went fast. Second life, I think the lack of the stuns really showed.
Yeah. But now we get to see that cake gameplay, so...
Yeah, watch this, everybody. Watch this. Okay, he does place the cold snap. He got the perfect release. Using I think it's called a riposte, is how it's pronounced. It's kind of like the Elsa evade mechanic.
Yeah, and those pauses. And yeah, that cold snap is doing its work. But, you know, Spider-Ham versus Matthew is going really quick. I wasn't even paying attention, but he already went immortal. Wow.
Yeah. I know, obviously, TJ's suffering some lag. It is what it is. It almost adds some excitement to, like, what is going to happen? It seems like he had a decent amount of poppers up, though, when Matthew went for his heal, too.
Yeah.
You just always hope that it's just stream lag and not actual game.
Yeah. And Kate takes that round.
Yeah. If anyone's watching Fins, just so if we could confirm that it is on, it's not on my side. I don't think it is because Finn's stream's coming through fine.
No, this third round's going to be really interesting because I'm not sure what Finn is going to be using for that Mole Man. And Tom is probably going to be using Scorp for that Nimrod, I'd assume. Oh, Mole Man did not get placed. Maw got placed instead. That is an interesting choice. I think I would have placed Mole Man instead. Just a bit slower of a defender. But we'll see how this goes. Yeah.
All right, so what we'll do is we'll just leave TJ's up, and you know it'll get sorted when it does, and we'll enjoy Finn's end to the side. Taking the heavy, obviously not part of the plan.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
He
That's the light spacing and it degens.
Yeah,
that is rough. Yeah, it's part of that you know, just absorbing man instinct. You want to do the lights for spacing, but against Maw, you don't want to do the lights for spacing. So yeah.
And that's why.
Yep. I've seen that happen quite a few times in Alliance, or people using Carl versus like hazard shift mods and that instinct kicking in and it getting sketchy. So yeah.
And you see, you see it right there, exactly what you were talking about.
Yeah, I think I probably would have gone Doom for Maw there. The node will help him get to his L3 a lot quicker.
Folks, you know, this is a nice community. I recognize almost all the names in the chat, and it's nice. What I'm going to do is lean on you a little bit here, if you don't mind. If you're in TJ's stream, if you could write in the chat, Vega says, don't worry about your stream, just play the game. Because I don't want him sweating the stream portion of it. You know, I want the competitors focusing on just doing their best in the game and not being distracted. So if you could put some sort of message like that in there, let him know. And also he can take a 3-minute break if he wants. He's got momentum right now, so I could understand if he doesn't want to. Actually, you know what? Can I do it myself?
It looks like Finn's going to be making changes to his deck now. What is going on? Okay, he's removing OG Thor, and who is he adding in?
I think I just said don't sweet the stream. I always get sweat and sweet messed up.
Okay, so Finn is removing OG Thor, and he's putting in a new champ in his deck. Click on Shang-Chi, didn't choose Shang-Chi. Who's he going for? He's going for Ebony Maw in his deck now instead of OG Thor.
I think that makes a lot of. I think that makes a lot of sense based on what we just saw too. There, right?
Yeah.
For anyone who's new or hasn't heard one of these, because we haven't had to go over this rule in a while, all competitors are allowed 2 full 3-minute breaks. They can make 2 deck changes, mastery changes, whatever they need, or they can just take a break because they need it, right? Sometimes that's the right way to go. So everything Finn did was totally well within the rules. I think it's a smart strategy, and Finn would be able to do it one more time as well. Thank you, folks. I saw some of you put the message in TJ's stream. I really do appreciate it. All right, here we go. Finn does not want to deal with Maw. He's had enough, and I don't blame him.
So that means no more Archangel ban from Finn, and TJ is keeping the bans the same.
I assume Finn would normally Ebony Maw would normally use Tigra there, right? Is that a good matchup?
Yeah, probably would normally use like Tiger and Torch, who are both bans. So
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, Tiger and Torch are definitely the best 2 Maw counters, at least in this meta for sure.
Yeah. The anti-miss and massive damage from Torch, and then Tiger's obviously knocking him down a lot, preventing him from getting the focus, and then again massive damage. Interesting that they both have massive damage in common.
Mm-hmm.
I will try to line up the streams again, guys, when we get to the fight screen.
We have not seen any Domino yet, no, Joey.
I selfishly want to see Hulk.
Oh yeah, I love Hulk so much. I really hope I blow him as a 7-star.
Same here.
I think he's probably my top pull. Maybe like Hulk and Sunspot for me.
And Sunny, you love your Sunny.
Yep. I need my Sunny crutch.
Would you take him to rank 2 early if you could?
Oh, definitely. I think with 6 stars, Sunspot had really good low rank prestige, like when he was rank 2 and rank 3 as a 6-star. So if that stays the same, he would be like an auto rank for me.
I'm curious about that. There appears to be a lot of stuff that's different about 7s, like even like the combat power rate and things like that. I would imagine they scale the same, but I don't know. I'm wondering. I feel like Kabam wants us to be excited about 7s, and they're doing it in legit ways. So I'm very excited for when Aunt May's got all the information out like that.
Yeah, I don't know, but I'm hoping Sunspot is good prestige because I'm the Sunspot guy.
I love it. Joey wants 7-star Gamora. I think there's a lot of when I will be genuinely excited in probably a way I have not been in a very long time to open regular crystals when the 7-stars go live. Yeah, it will be an excitement that I have not experienced in this game in a very long time.
Yeah, I'm really excited for this first. I think I've got ready to open 3 when they first come out, so that's really awesome. I didn't think I'd have 3.
The first 2 will each be 10K, I think, right? Did I read that somewhere?
Yeah, first 2 will be 10K, and then they're 15K.
All right, here we go. So we're seeing
after I finish at 8.2, I should be just at 35K, so just squeezing it in.
Right on. Yeah. I'm excited for that opening from you.
Hulk versus Domino. Oops, sorry.
We're all good.
This is, I think, very RNG based for both matchups here, so it's hard to call either way. But if Hulkling gets a good run, he could get a really good score. And Herc versus Nick, I mean, Nick does Nick things, but Herc does Herc things, so.
There's a reason why in all of my various tier lists, I typically have an emoji next to both of them saying they're a bit broken.
just a tad bit. Only a little.
Sorry, everybody. It's early here. So obviously that didn't go well for TJ up top. For those of you who've recently joined it, he's just having some stream issues, and I would like the competitors focusing on their match. So if it is what it is. We'll enjoy Finn's side and we'll enjoy TJ's side when it's working. It seems like when he's in gameplay, the stream seems to suffer a bit. Domino crit failed. That's how strong Domino is. If you think 3-star Domino is strong, wait till you see 7-star. She's gonna be she's gonna be failing the whole game. I'm a little worried. I'm a little worried over here.
Seven-star domino already giving me nightmares.
Mm-mm.
Not even out yet, but the dreams are already there.
Domino will break the whole internet will go down.
Domino is the true cause for connection issues.
Yeah, yeah. It's like a nice little surprise. Like
So,
I was totally done with TJ's stream, and then all of a sudden he's fighting Rintrao with Archangel.
ooh, you get to see Kate again against Kingpin this time. That'll be interesting. She applies a lot of debuffs, but her cold stamps are passive, so she'll still get the big damage. This will be...
Yep. That's part of what I love about her is it's very unique in the skill class is the amount of passive she's got. I do think the meta switch, right, is it's not hurting her. It's just she's not as accentuated as she was in the previous one. I think that's a little bit of what we're seeing here. She still looks great.
Yeah. In the previous one, what's it called? The Fury, since her, all of her damage comes from the damage that you get off of the special. That massive Fury on all of your specials was, making her go crazy. But this is still like a very respectable speed. It's just not broken levels.
Yeah, I mean, a 52,000 against a maxed out Kingpin, I'll take that.
Yeah. And yeah, TJ pulls ahead by like 500 points. Archangel does Archangel things.
You know what's wild is I actually didn't think that that game was going to be that close.
Yeah. Third round here. Ooh, I like this Spidey placement. Gallon is not who I would have chosen. I think Molman can do the Spidey with like parry heavy L2 playstyle. Gallon I'm not sure about. He does apply extra buffs for Gallon, but there's also a lot of negatives that come with that, so we'll see how that goes. And then Spot versus Rinshraw, this is, Spot nuke fight. And yeah. Times it right to get the first unstoppable using that heavy to create space. That was really smart. Building up to another untouchable, but yeah, it looks like Finn is taking this round. Yeah. Unfortunate to just not have a counter to Spidey, but Spidey does that.
That's part of the strategy. Well done by Finn.
Yep. Gets the momentum back, gets his first win in here, and yeah. Hopefully he can keep that rolling, get an exciting round 7. Always rooting for round 7.
All right, Finn is on the board here. And like you said, we're getting closer to the best of 7. And Sid Vicious. That's a shock that Sid Vicious could be here. You're barking up the wrong tree, bud, but have fun with that. That's fun to read. All right. Here we are into the 4th. Finn on the board here. Nice comeback. Took a little break, made some changes in his deck. I think we're probably going to see the band stay the same. Yeah, TJ is just keeping them the same.
Yeah. See Domino again. So Domino's gonna crit fail this whole match again. Let's go. Oh, and Domino on both sides. Oh, that's scary. for the domino, so sorted that. And picks up a Kate, which I wonder how Kate would do versus Hulkling. I wonder if he's picking Kate to take that Hulkling. Because normally, like, damage over time champs do pretty good against Hulkling. So I actually wonder how that matchup could go. Might do well. Picks up Idoom and Havoc. Good set of picks. Picks up another mutant that, you know, you can't use Nimrod for every mutant when there's multiple. Then Killmonger and Archangel, yeah. So him not banning the Archangel anymore also means that he now gets to use Archangel as well. So I wonder if that's part of his strategy with changing that. He was wanting Archangel. And then Sim Spidey getting picked for TJ, but the Archangel there will handle that nicely, and then Sim Spidey getting picked on both sides, yep. And Hulkling. These two drafts have a lot of overlap, a lot of the same characters between them.
Yeah.
Will be interesting to see how this one goes.
Like how they strategically decide to deploy their champions, right?
Yeah. Not sure who I favor. I think I have like a slight lean towards Finn's draft, but could definitely go either way. It's very slight lean. And yeah, seeing that Havoc come out, I think that's TJ's strategy with this, trying to place multiple mutants so you can't use Nimrod versus every mutant. I've actually done that strategy a lot recently in a lot of the metas where, you know, some of the normal tech champs aren't so great, and it's works phenomenally, and I think it's put TJ in a decent position for this first round. Archangel can do Archangel things, but Havoc has non-contact medium, so not all of your poisons will always apply, and the bleeds will give those plasma charges. But Domino can also do Domino things, so I think this is going to be interesting. Both of these are definitely, you know, less than ideal, but they can also go very quick, so yeah. Ooh, gets those 3 neuros up there. That's what you need to see, the early 3 neuros. Yeah.
Yeah. Now he's up to 5. The melt's going to start. I think TJ needed that SB2 to kill for him to win this one. Smart use of his striker.
Yeah, I think it's going to come down to the wire. He really has not taken much crit fail damage, which is surprising to me. I didn't expect Idoom to be that high on health at the end of the fight.
You know,
it's going to depend.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. Going to depend how quickly these last neuros apply.
Wow.
Yeah, just barely.
That's less than 40 points, right?
Yeah, that is like 35 points. Oh. Yeah, that is rough. Oh, man. Could definitely tell Finn's getting that momentum back after the first win. Playing much more aggressive and smart now.
Yep. The momentum shifts, especially over a best of 7, can swing so many times, and I think they're noticeable. So, you know, commenting on enough of these, it's not surprising. I could see the momentum shifting back. I think those tough losses, though, let's see. I'm not going to make any predictions. I think we're going for a good best of 6 or 7 here. I see Simula in the chat. Gerald, what's up, buddy? MCoC out. Thank you so much for being here. P-Dubs, infamous. Yeah, I infamous. I think you're onto something there. This feels like locked in Finn is now here. And I think it's going to be a little bit about how does TJ handle it.
Oof, TJ placed the wrong pre-fight. That is unfortunate.
Yeah.
He's not going to get any damage here.
Nope.
Oof.
This is also a pretty strong matchup for Spidey. I think it's, in fact, one of his intended matchups. The issue would be potentially getting pushed to his SP3. It doesn't look like that's happening to Finn.
Yeah, he gets the big L2 off.
Yeah.
Took off like how much was that? Like 30% of Hulkling's health? That's pretty good.
Yeah. And he's just going to be able to sight. He's doing a great job of handling all the buffs, Mystic Dispersion, even the miss. Locked in Finn. That was a great call there, Infamous.
And yeah, that is the final too.
Yeah.
That was a very good fight from that Spidey. I haven't seen much of him on attack in BG, so that's cool to see.
We got a 2-2.
Alright, I'm gonna be right back. I'll be gone for like 5 minutes or so.
All right, we're moving into the fifth set. For those who've just recently tuned in, TJ stream's just been struggling. It is what it is. We've been enjoying Finn's side and what we can of TJ's. And we've sent the message to TJ to try not to worry about his stream. We want everyone focusing on the fights. He started off really, really strong. Finn has made a really nice comeback here. And now we're down to what's essentially just a best of 3. Yeah, I feel badly for TJ too. I know what it's like when your stream is struggling. You know, doing Battlegrounds itself is hard enough as it is. Then streaming it intensifies it. Then you add someone like myself commenting live on your match. And that just adds to it. And when your stream's struggling, you know, it just adds to that. You want to fix it because you want to put on a good show for everybody. But I don't want him sweating that right now. Looks like the bans have stayed the same. I think they are smart bans on both sides. We've seen what the trouble Ebony Maw could create, so I think that's a good shift that Finn has made. We're obviously seeing it paying off. And I think TJ is obviously smart to keep Tigra out of Finn's hands. It seems like he set up his deck and his strategy for a ban with Valkyrie and Human Torch as well. So I think these all make a lot of sense. John, I don't know. I hope it's not the game at all. I hope it's just purely the stream. That's the assumption I'm going to work under. You know, it is what it is, though, right? It is what it is. All right, and then Fintech gets the Kate. We've seen her working really well. It's a little bit different than it was in the previous meta, but I think she's still incredibly impressive. I'm excited about that. And then the Korg as well.
Mm-hmm.
Bishop and Havoc, are those defensive placements or maybe to handle the Mephisto?
I assume defensive placements.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Finn's full draft, but I assume he does not have many tech champs if TJ was drafting those. And yeah, we're seeing the rest of the picks now. You know, Bishop can be handled really well by Absorbing Man, and then Havoc, I'm not sure what he'll be using for Havoc. Mephisto placement there makes sense. Mephisto is always a tricky RNG one. You know, it looks like I'd assume Scorpion. Yeah, Scorpion versus Mephisto can go really well because Mephisto has some negative energy resist, which means, I mean, negative physical resist, and of course, you know, Scorpion can choose his damage type, so that means you're gonna get, you know, some extra damage than usual. But Mephisto also has its aura, and especially with the spacing and everything mattering a lot in this meta, it can definitely go poorly. But I would probably say that's the one I'd be in for this first round. Absorbing Man versus Havoc. This is a pretty solid matchup in the rock form. It's really easy to pause versus Havoc, as you're seeing here. And when you can get all of those pausing going, you know, Absorbing Man gets really big damage. Oof, unfortunate to have Havoc throw as L1. That's the thing you really don't want to get because that will get the plasma detonations going. And yeah.
Yeah. And
TJ's Scorpion fight is going amazing.
yeah, it is. It was interesting to watch because I would not have thought of absorbing man for Havoc, and then you literally described the positives and the negatives seconds before they were happening. That great analysis. But I can see what you're saying about why it could work, right? It's you still need to use the strategy of how you play Havoc without an armor up champion.
Yeah.
And then those vulnerabilities really counter the some of the defensive prowess of Havoc. This is really cool to watch. I mean, I know that obviously I understand the match is done, but I'm enjoying watching how this works, trying to learn from it myself. I really like that Finn's finishing it off. You never know what's going to happen on your opponent's side of the screen.
Yeah. Always just gotta keep trying no matter what.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. That could be what TJ needs to get the momentum swing back. Like I said, I didn't want to make any predictions. Oh, I did that one wrong. I still got the scores, right? Yeah? Okay. There we go. Is in a best of 7, it's possible for momentum swings to happen a couple times. And you kind of see it. That shows a lot of resilience on TJ's part. After that, was it a less than 40-point loss in the last round?
Yeah. I think that amazing Scorpion fight, because TJ's, Scorpion's his guy, so I think that's going to be a big momentum shift, getting a good Scorpion fight, getting his confidence back up.
Yep.
And yeah, Scorpion for Rintra here, and I'd assume Archangel or Bishop. Yeah, Archangel for Nick here. I would definitely favor the Rintra fight, but Archangel versus Nick Fury, it's pretty reliable, like 60-second fight. Scorp versus Rintra, this can be like less than 60 seconds. If Rintra doesn't play along, it can go, to be very long. So we'll see how this goes out, but I would favor the Scorp versus Rintra here.
TJ,
something interesting with Scorp in this.
Sorry, interrupt for a second. TJ got that nice neuro RNG, though. Did you see that? I mean, he got up to, I think, 7?
Yeah, that is great. Oh, yeah, he's melting. And he's getting all those poisons in Second Life already. What was I saying? But yeah, the Unstoppables actually feed Mystic Dispersion in this meta, which is really, really nice for Scorpion because you want to bait more specials. So that's one of the reasons why people are using Scorpion so much in this meta right now. Getting the extra Mystic Dispersion power actually is a good thing. Normally that's something you want to avoid, but it's actually pretty good here.
Let's also see here, Nerd, because TJ took a little bit of damage, ship damage. Scorpion's going to end at full health. This isn't over.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Close.
I thought the final score. Yeah, you're always better at knowing those scores, man. I thought it was gonna be a little bit closer than that, but still, that was.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So TJ, like I said, resilience. He's been in these matches before. There's a reason why he's the number 3 rated player in all of the Vega Battlegrounds championships. Taking the number 1 player, he's got a chance to close out the number 1 player in my tournaments. We're on our 3rd one. Finn has won 1. He's made the finals of the other, lost to Legacy. No shame in losing to Legacy in the first tournament. And now he's on the ropes. He's on the ropes in the quarterfinals of this one. You know how phenomenal he is at this game and in this mode in particular and in war. TJ's got a chance to close this out. He's got 2 rounds to close this out.
Yeah, I think these 5th round winners are always so tough mentally because when someone wins the 5th round, you have to win both of the final 2 rounds in this position.
Yep.
And I think it was against Bryce in the first tournament that I had this situation, and it was just so nerve-wracking in those final 2 rounds. So yeah, we'll see if Finn can bring the momentum back because he really needs to be on his game when you're in down 3-2.
Bands? Archangel's gone. So there was a band change. I'm trying to remember who the other one. Oh, it was Torch, right? No, who was Finn
No, it
banning?
was Stealthy. Stealthy's back now.
Thank you.
I get to see some Stealthy, yay, hopefully. um,
I can tell I'm awake, but it's early for me. Everyone, please, I forgot to say, go support both these competitors. They're putting on a heck of a show. I'm sure you're familiar with both of them. If you've been watching my tournaments for a while, you know how good they are. They both put out war videos. Finn has been doing some, not like champion reviews, but some strategic use on champion videos too. A lot to learn from both of them on war and battlegrounds. Very enjoyable modes. Please go support them. The links to their channels are in the description and also in the chat. Can't believe that's the first time I've said that. Shows you I'm off my game.
hey, Stealthy's here. I've got a rune on Stealthy now.
Nerd is now happy. The only way you'd be is if we got a hit monkey and a sunspot in there too, right?
Yep. The Holy Trinity.
We got a chance to see Jessica Jones come back into action. It looks like he's going with Ghost.
I assume that Ghost is for that Domino. Doesn't want to take chances with Domino. And choose number.
Yeah. I mean, he doesn't really have anything else, right? I know the Hulkling versus Domino can go well. I personally don't like it just because Hulkling has so much going on for her to crit fail.
Yeah. Ghost versus Domino is, I mean, it's an iconic matchup from Alliance World. Also, we've all seen it a billion times, but it really can go poorly sometimes. But you can also get like a 30-second fight, so we'll see how that goes.
You know how good Nahorn is at this game in this mode. I've beaten him once in Battlegrounds, and it was because my Domino crit failed a phase.
That is what she does.
Yeah. Hopefully Nas listening. I know he loved that moment. All right, here we go. TJ's got a chance to close this out. But to be the champ, sometimes you got to beat the champ. And beating the champ is far from easy. And Fintech is the returning champion. Ooh, I want to see this Ghost versus Rintra strategy. Do you know it well?
Yeah, so what you want to do is push Rintra above 10 charges, and then you just get a bunch of ruptures, but you want to throw your L2 before Rintra gets to 20 charges, so he can't, get his resist for the L2. So there's kind of a fine margin there. I've seen it go poorly sometimes, which is why, I don't personally like it for, Alliance War or something, but I think it's reliable enough for Battlegrounds. And yeah, he's getting those ruptures here. Oh, the unstoppable right when he would have gotten the big L2. That is not what you want to see for TJ right there.
Yeah.
And he forgets to dash back for the L2. Oof.
But aside from that,
if he dashed back for the L2, it would have killed as well.
Really?
Yeah. 3 Furies there, I think enough. It would have been close, but I think that would have been enough. But yeah, this Kate versus Jessica is going a lot better than last time. He got 2 code snaps up this time.
That's due to nailing the perfect release, right?
I think he just got 2 special ones off, whereas last time he only got 1 special one off.
All right.
If I remember correctly.
Yeah, because I thought I saw the perfect release call out in the previous fight, so what you're saying makes sense.
And yeah, this is Ghost versus Rintra going poorly. Yeah. And yeah, you can already tell Finn knew he had to be on his game, hoping for that momentum shift back, and yeah. And that also gets rid of TJ's domino counter, so I think Finn probably is in a good position for take it to the 7th round though. Herc on defense, smart pick, just hoping for slow fight there, and then we see the dom. Hulkling versus Domino, again, hopefully goes better than last time. And Absorbing Man versus Herc, this is a pretty good matchup. Infuriate is really annoying sometimes still, so it's not like, perfect, easy matchups, just since Infuriate can stop the pausing, like we've seen there. It just stopped his pausing twice, but he does get the pause finally. But yeah, Infuriate does Infuriate things, so it's definitely not an easy matchup by any means, but Absorbing Man can do it really well.
It won't stop the refinement of Absorbing Man's forms, correct? Like that's immune to ability accuracy. Is that what it is?
Yeah. It is
okay.
The pausing that it can stop.
Cool.
So, if you're able to do like 2 combos, get to your L1, it'll be perfectly reliable. But if you're trying to pause it, if you're not able to get to another L1, then it can get a bit sketch. But as you're seeing here, Finn's done the fight fantastically. And yeah, he ends that and takes it to the 7th round now.
As we said, there's a reason why Finn's number 1. There's a reason why he's number 1 in the world.
Does crit fail things.
Yeah. Here we are, best of 7. TJ takes a 2-0 lead. Fintech comes roaring back, makes some adjustments. Those are 2 close matchups, though. 3rd and 4th round, game set, both 2-1. Now we've seen 2 2-0s. Whoever wins this one wins it all and advances into the semifinals.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
Ooh, and Finn decides to ban Havoc instead of Shang-Chi this time. So he's switching up the bans.
And that's removing a defensive option from TJ, giving him the offensive option. Finn's made some nice strategic adjustments here.
Mm-hmm. Lot of champs both these guys are really comfortable with. The Kitty, the Carl, and then Hulkling and Scorpion, and then, Nick and Domino on defense, and Nick on defense. Just really good starts to these drafts.
He goes with Thing over Domino.
Interesting pick. I assume it's because he knows that Carl can work really well for Domino. The energy resist.
Start with magma form. Okay.
Ooh, and Kate for that thing. The cold snaps and everything shouldn't trigger protection, so that should go very well. Not really sure what the Gallon pick was for.
I'm assuming just a general hope type of scenario, maybe even defensive placement?
Maybe. Not sure. And Herc and Idum for the last 2 picks. That's really good way to finish off a draft. Get the Idum for Domino. Get the Herc for anything.
I mean, again, defensive placement possibly too, right? Like, does Finn have options for... Oh, he's got Absorbing Man. Okay.
Yeah. But I assume the Absorbing Man is probably going to be used on either Nick or Hulkling here. I'm not actually sure, but yeah. This will be an interesting one. I don't know what they're going for, but both of these drafts look very, very strong, both offensively and defensively. Yeah. Gone for the Jessica. That makes a lot of sense. Doesn't need to throw specials at all. And yeah. Kate for Thing.
I did not think about Gallon for Jessica. I want to see this play out.
Yeah.
Both of these fights are ones I've never seen before.
I do think this is a bit of like a soft throw round, and he's hoping to win the next 2 after this for TJ. Just since Kate should be so good for Thing. I assume TJ knows that. And yeah, gets the first cold snap up.
Yeah, you're right. Thing is melting. You don't usually see that out of a thing, like this slow, steady melt.
Yup. And that's only with one cold snap, and he's getting that second up now, and oh, he went for a different debuff. I don't know what that debuff is, and the cold snap
You know what
did expire.
you know what I'm thinking is he may have accidentally switched his like Kate's got that form type switching thing. I think that was an accident. And I think he placed a tranquilize. Shoot, I don't know Kate well enough to describe it all perfectly.
Oh wow, that Gowan went very well as well.
Yeah, I genuinely think that was a mistake on Finn's part. Just Kate has like you can double tap to switch through her arrows, and he probably accidentally triggered it.
Oh yeah.
It's hard to say for sure who was winning up until that mistake.
Yeah, it would have been close.
Yeah, I think it would have. Which is huge for TJ. Because like you said, you think it was a soft strategic throw. I think he knew he still had a chance. So it wasn't like he was just totally throwing.
Yeah.
But you come out of that with a win. And again, momentum matters in this stuff. I know there's so much RNG, but the mental side of it is real. And I love Finn. I love, this is the second time we're calling it out. Finn continues to finish off his fights. He's a competitor. There's a reason why he's number one. These are all parts of it. TJ's got two chances, though, to dethrone the king.
Yep.
Joey, I had stopped paying attention to the screen on that. There's a chance he did. I mean, last night I had Nick Fury evade one of my attacks, so the AI is getting smarter.
The AI is OP.
Yeah, it's just the truth. Like there's no way around it. Okay, here we go. TJ had this fight. Domino
Kitty versus Nick.
Yeah. Take it. I mean, TJ had this exact fight go well. You and I both commented we were surprised at how little Domino crit failed iDoom. Let's see if that happens again. And then Kitty versus Nick. Here it is.
Yeah, Kitty versus Nick is a bit of a slower one, but this is like a comfort blanket matchup for Finn. He uses Kitty all the time, and he takes Nick Fury with her all the time, and like Alliance War, Battlegrounds, everything. And then Domino versus iDoom, he's just hoping Domino crit fails.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Domino crit failed the stream, as was called, predicted by the chat here. The chat gets it right. Domino crit fails the stream. We're just in for a surprise. We don't know. We're going to have to just watch Finn's, cheer Finn on, and see what happens. Little bit of degen damage.
Simply too good.
Domino. So that's interesting right there, right? Because he's not running recoil, he's not going to get the opportunity to heal that back up. And then because he hits Fury, the degen comes off. I guess that disorient, though, is giving him the chance to heal back up. Well played by Fintech.
Yep. That was a smart decision.
Let's see what happens.
And that L2 finishes it off.
Oh, he's got to take it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
His fight went faster, so...
Nice work by Finn with that matchup.
Yep.
Oh, and it looks like he's either going to have like a perfect Carl matchup or a perfect Hulkling matchup for the final one. That's going to be a tough uphill battle for TJ in the final round.
Yeah, because if TJ plays a Scorpion, then he's got to deal with Carl with either Hulk, Lean, or Herc, so you don't want to do that.
Yeah, and if he plays a Scorpion, that should just be like a very quick Hulkling fight. And if he places one of the Cosmics, Carl will destroy, so... Yeah, and he's got to deal with Nick Fury on defense. That's going to be tough.
I think it's very fitting that the screen is stuck on iDoom, even has Unstoppable, and Domino's like, I don't care. I'm crit failing, and there's going to be the Wi-Fi logo.
Domino is just too OP.
She really is.
And yeah, Carl versus Hulkling here. I think that is the correct play from Finn, from TJ and from Finn, but definitely still an uphill battle. Gets those perfect intercepts to start the fight. That's what TJ needs to be doing in this position. Just hoping it's enough. Oof, that unstoppable is unfortunate, and the unblockable L1. Ooh, he almost gets the full dex, only needs one hit off the end, and that's going to heal him up anyway. Very nicely played by TJ. Uses the relic in a great way to push him above the L2, and Finn's fight is going, about as you expect Hulkling to go with Carl. Very quickly, MD's doing its work, and
Yeah.
TJ needs to finish it, right now. Oh, and that unstoppable.
Yeah. TJ had to go, I think, super aggressive. He knew it, and it created the gameplay issue. And Finn takes it off. Two Titans, 1 versus 3, could not have asked for anything more out of these two.
Yeah, really well played.
Really well played by both of them. Unbelievable. Nerd, I'm gonna. What's the other chat for us to move to in case either of them does want to join for a post match?
It should just be this one. The other one
would be
muted and everything.
Accidentally joined this one. Either that or you moved me into it. Thank you.
All right. And yeah, I've got to head out now. Have fun with the interview if you guys do that. And yeah, take care, guys. Thanks for having me on again.
Oh, dude, thanks for being here, sharing all that knowledge. I really appreciate it. All right, everybody, let's go ahead and see if they join us. It's up to them if they choose to or not. So we'll hang out for a little bit if they choose to or not. That was a phenomenal matchup early in the morning for me, and I still am excited. I'm going to have some adrenaline going for the rest of the day on that one. TJ took Finn to the absolute brink. And Finn just pulls through. What an amazing, amazing player. But incredible job from both of them. Let's catch up on some chat. Lord Gara. Yeah, well, you got here just in time to see a very cool ending, though. That's for sure. Pablo, what's going on, buddy? Right, guy. How are you doing? Simula, what's up, bud? I think I said hello earlier, but how you doing? Yeah, I TJ's stream was just having issues the whole time. I hope none of it was ever the game. But we all know the game comes in and out for all of us. So it's just part. It's like, for me, it's like part of it. If you're old enough, you remember that there was all these legends about playing the Celtics in Boston Garden and how they would tune up the heat in the visitors' locker room and things like that. I kind of feel like that's our game, but it happens to everyone, not just the visitors in these situations. So, Joey got so caught up you overcooked your breakfast. I'm sorry, my friend. I hope it's still good. Now the 7-star tournament only. Yeah, just a whale, just huge whales. It'll be like, oh, we have Domino versus Bishop again. Wow, shocking. Oh, here's Gamora versus Overseer. Celtics best franchise. They are a wonderful franchise, my friend. I grew up in the LA area. The 80s Lakers, Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Lou Alcindor. Those are my Lakers. And I have a tremendous amount of respect for the Larry Bird, Robert Parrish, Kevin McHale, Danny Ainge, DJ. I can't think of the name of the coach for some reason right now. But I have a lot of respect for those guys and the entertainment they provided. Those some of the best times of my life cheering on sports with my brothers and my dad. James Worthy. Yeah, there you go. That guy was a heck of a player. It's one of those things where those teams were so good and they were fit together well. You wonder if James would have been an even more famous player if he was on his own, and not how much did he obviously benefited from playing with Magic, right? But how much more notoriety would he have potentially gotten without it? Ask my opinion. Yeah, what's up? Do you think Absorbing Man has little use on defense against skilled players? That's a really interesting point you make there at the end there. I think he still does. I still think he does because you often are wanting that counter and to really know how to play against him. And with AI, it's like, I know that I'm supposed to alternate the specials and there's a cooldown on it. But for me, it's a little bit like Havoc where you're attacking him without a armor up champion. Or sometimes, and we saw it in this stream today. Sometimes Havoc's like, you know what? I want to throw my special one anyways, bro. Deal with it. And so I do think Absorbing Man is still a very worthy defender. Tom, I am, bud. And if you wanted to join the call, cool. If you don't, I totally get it, Mr. Jarvis. And Finn, if you're out there, man, same thing. Which is great segue. Everyone, I'm sure you are. But if you haven't yet, go and support both these guys. Give them a subscribe. Let them know how much you appreciate the entertainment they're providing for us. Oh, Tom, no, I'm probably not going to stay live in that sense. Thank you, though. I appreciate it. Probably just going to answer some questions here, hang out, and then get to hanging out with my family and things like that. Lakers better than Celtics? Oh, yeah, obviously, Alberta. I mean, that's more of a fact, though, than I think opinion. But yeah, no, you're right. But the Celtics are still good. They're still good. Yeah. The 90-92 Dream Team. That was, yeah. I mean, what a time, right? What a time. Because, for those who don't know, like we grew up with the professional athletes not being allowed to play in the Olympics. And so that's why that was such a big deal, right? Like we saw Jordan as a collegiate player, but that team together as professionals. And then there was two collegiate players on there. It was like, Christian Laettner, and there was another collegiate player. Was it Shaq? I might be confusing my eras. But I think there was another collegiate player on that team, right? Didn't they say like two collegiate players needed to be on the team? Not Horn. I knew we'd get you excited. I was intensely trying to get your attention. Oh, moron raid. Thank you so much. Oh man, now I feel like I got to at least do a Battlegrounds or something. Yeah, I mean, if TJ is going to send over the viewers after the phenomenal showing he just put on, I think we got to at least do a Battlegrounds or something. Grant Hill. That's right, Doug. You're absolutely correct. Who ended up being a good pro. Didn't he suffer like some knee injuries though, kind of curtailed his career a little bit. But he was a great pro. On the Pistons. Joey, you went to University of North Carolina? We hate all things Duke. Here's the thing, Joey, is you didn't have to go to UNC to hate Duke. I think you just needed to not go to Duke. That's my general understanding. Is you just kind of needed to not go to Duke. Ben, what's up, buddy? Phenomenal job, dude. The back and forth between you two was incredible. Two absolute titans. Obviously, I know you weren't able to watch my stream while you were playing, but I went and I looked at Adam's stats, and we had the number 1 in the world versus the number 3 in the world, and shockingly, or not shockingly, best of 7 down to the literally final game. And so many strategic moves on both of your parts. The ebb and flow in the momentum from both of you was fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Duke is always a good villain. Yeah, they're like, and nah, I'm just gonna, sorry, nah, I love you, dude. I love you. But they're like the Patriots, where it's like, unless you're a Patriots fan, you kind of cheering against them. Yeah. Doug is from just outside. Oh, Go Heels. There you go. TJ, are you on call, my friend?
Yeah, hello.
How you doing, bud?
Not too bad.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's a bit upsetting, but
yeah,
it is what it is. He deserves it.
Yeah.
He played better and drafted better, so it is what it is.
Yeah. How much was the stream? Oh, did you have game issues as well, or was it just the stream? Okay, that's comforting. Yeah, that's comforting to hear. I hope you did see the messages. I tried to send people over to let you know, like, don't worry about the stream. Like, just focus on the match.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I got every message that you sent.
Okay.
The only game issue I had was in the round with Scorpion versus Nimrod. I clicked the Rupture pre-fight and it didn't apply.
Oh yeah, Nerd and I we noticed that you're still in poison, but we didn't see the how.
Oh yeah, I clicked the pre-fight and it just didn't apply.
Yeah,
and it completely threw me off.
And I mean, of course it would, right? That happens to all of us. We can all empathize and know. Finn, yeah, if you're willing to hop on, I'll just talk with both of you for a minute. So if you're available to hop on, you should have access to this chat, Finn. If you don't, let me know, but you can see me and TJ in there. Any pivotal moments you feel like, TJ? Like there was the one game where I think you lost by like less than 40 seconds, or maybe you won that one. But there was some incredibly close calls.
One where I lost by, I think. Yeah, the first, was it first? No, the second game that I lost.
Yeah.
It was, well, the first round there was a 50-point difference.
Yeah.
And that, I think if I'd have won that one, then, or if the 50 points should have been the other way, then I would have had him round 3.
Yep. Yeah, I said seconds.
Other than that, I can't really see anything where it would have been pivotal if it had gone differently.
Yeah, I said seconds. I meant points, but I think you knew that. I think Finn has now joined us. I do want to say congratulations to Finn, and I want to say congratulations to both of you. I understand. Not everyone can win, but you two put on a phenomenal show, and I think you both showed why Finn is the number 1 ranked player in all my tournaments, and TJ, you're the number 3 throughout all of them. So thanks to both of you for being part of it, putting on these shows. And Finn, since you just joined, how are you feeling, man? That was a heck of a comeback from you.
Yeah, I'm feeling great after that one.
Yeah,
I love these tournaments.
Yeah. So what's your mindset there, Finn? You go down 2-0. You know how good TJ is, and
definitely.
Yeah. So what do you? I mean, I saw you made even a deck change there with Ebony Maw. Can you talk us through a little bit of that?
Yeah, so the reason why I chose to change my deck there was to get Thor out of there. He did not work as well as I thought he would, so I just threw more in because I decided to start banning him instead, just to cut down my deck a little bit to get better drafting.
Okay. And then TJ, what was? Did you have a predetermined strategy there with your bans? I felt like you changed one up there at a point too.
I stuck with the same ones the whole way through.
Okay.
The plan that I had was, I thought I was kind of Mystic heavy, so I banned Torch, Valkyrie. I know how Valkyrie and Tiger. I know how good Finn is with them, and I'm not very good with them. So I didn't want him having those when I wouldn't even be able to make nearly as big of a dent as he would.
Okay. Anything for this question is for both of you. Anything in the match that strategically, or a decision in a draft or a ban, if you could go back, you would change?
For me, not really in the match itself, but beforehand. I kind of went in cold for this matchup. I didn't have a single practice game today, and I kind of just threw my deck together this morning. So I was not prepared at all for this.
Sure.
All right. Phenomenally well played to both of you. Fintech advancing on to the next round. We're going to go up against the winner of Bitter Steel versus McLinks. Marcelo. Unfortunately, I do need to go. It's pretty early in my morning. I need to get with my family, guys. And tomorrow, for all the viewers, we will have Andrew the Rough versus Nick 136, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Phenomenally well done to both of you. I'm going to go ahead and just end the stream. But number 1 versus number 3, you see why these are some of the best players in the world. Thank you very much, everybody. Make sure you go support both of them. Take care.